Visualization. Joseph Murphy, Law of Attraction. These are not just words. They are the trinity of creation itself. The image you hold, the mind that believes, and the universe that mirrors it back to you. Joseph Murphy revealed that visualization is not a daydream. It is the blueprint of destiny, a sacred rehearsal where your subconscious learns the steps of your future life. And tonight you will discover how to use it. Because if you stay until the very end of this narration, you will walk away with a living mental movie, a single scene so vivid, so magnetic, that your subconscious will begin to weave it into reality before your day is done. That is the promise. And remember this truth as it echoes through every word that follows. Easy does it. Murphy taught that whatever image, feeling, or belief you impress upon the subconscious becomes the pattern of your experience. Our mistake, he said, is not lack of power, but lack of focus. We keep our eyes upon absence, and absence becomes our only master. Visualization changes that. It shifts the gaze from what is missing to what is already forming. It is not fantasy, it is faith in form. It is the sculptor's chisel carving the angel from the marble. Michelangelo once said, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." And so must you. You will see your angel, the form of your fulfilled desire, and carved with feeling until your subconscious whispers, "It is done." The subconscious mind does not argue. It does not judge. It cannot tell imagination from fact, only what is felt from what is ignored. It accepts every picture you persist in showing it, and then, with invisible hands, begins to rearrange your world to make it true. Picture it like this. A woman wakes before dawn in a crowded city. She sits by her window, coffee in hand, while the streets hum below. But in her mind, she is no longer there. She is in a quiet cottage by a lake. She feels the sun through the window, the grain of the wooden desk beneath her hand, the crisp sound of a turning page. She is writing the last lines of her novel. In that moment, the scene feels real. Her breath slows, her body believes, and life, faithful servant of belief, begins to move in her favor. Days later, a friend calls. "You should come visit me," he says. "I've moved to a lakeside village. There's a small place for rent next door." Coincidence? Number. It is the law in motion. Because what the subconscious accepts as real, the outer world must confirm. This is the law of attraction as Murphy taught it, the law of assumption in action. And remember, easy does it. Not by forcing, not by chasing, but by allowing. Murphy said the conscious mind is the seed planter, and the subconscious is the fertile soil. Whatever seed you drop into it, be it fear or faith, will grow. The soil does not care what you plant, it multiplies what you feel most deeply. You've already proven this countless times. When you worried, you were visualizing. When you replayed failure in your mind, you rehearsed it into being. Now you will use the same power consciously, deliberately, divinely. Let us now walk together through 4 sacred techniques Joseph Murphy shared. Practices that make your subconscious an ally, not a mystery. 1. The silent contemplation. Murphy said, continuously contemplate yourself as being surrounded by the conditions you wish to produce. Do not think of them, live among them. See yourself already within the world you desire. Breathe its air, touch its surfaces. This is the simplest and purest act of creation, to feel the end as now. 2. The word or phrase of power. Write a short phrase that declares your desire fulfilled. For example, I am a recognized author, or I live in peace and abundance. Read it softly every morning for 2 to 5 minutes when the mind is still fresh from sleep. Let each word fall like a stone into still water, ripples of faith expanding through the day. 3. The mental movie. This was Murphy's masterpiece. Imagine a brief, vivid scene that would naturally follow the fulfillment of your dream. If you seek healing, hear your doctor's gentle voice saying, "You're completely well." If you seek love, feel a hand in yours, the calm of belonging. If it's success, see the message that begins, "Congratulations." Keep the scene short, sensory, final, the proof that it's done. Replay it as you wake and before you sleep. Those are the 2 golden hours when your conscious guard is down and your subconscious stands open like fertile soil beneath soft rain. And again, easy does it. Do not strain. Feel it real, then let go. 4. The vision board. This is your external mirror. Gather symbols, words, and pictures that match your inner scene. But do not use it to crave. Use it to remember. Look at it each day as a memory, not a wish. Because when you see it as already yours, your subconscious agrees. Now remember, the only reason visualization fails is tension. You do not need to push reality, you need to permit it. Murphy said, "The moment you ask, trust, and let go, the process begins." So if you find yourself forcing, stop, breathe, smile, and whisper once more, "Easy does it." If you want to make this practice part of your daily rhythm, join the 21-day Visualization Challenge, a guided journey to imprint your chosen mental movie so deeply that your life begins to rearrange around it. You'll find the link in the description and pinned comment. Now, let us continue. And here's your moment of creation. In the comments below, write 1 sentence, your conclusive scene. Describe the final proof that your desire has already come true. Then read the words of others. Together we amplify faith, 1,000 minds building 1 field of light. What if there were a single image, 1 scene so complete that your subconscious could no longer tell it from reality? Let us now create the image that changes everything. Close your eyes, but not to escape the world. Close them to open the inner one. The world of imagination is the workshop of God, and your subconscious is the craftsman. This is where visualization, as taught by Joseph Murphy, in harmony with the law of attraction, becomes the bridge between unseen thought and visible form. Picture yourself standing before a door. The handle is cool under your palm. You turn it slowly, and it opens not into a room, but into your fulfilled life. Every detail feels alive. The air, the sounds, the stillness that only comes after a dream realized. You are not reaching, you are remembering, because every true desire is a memory of the future calling you home. Now, listen carefully. There is a sound that proves it's real for you. Maybe it's the laughter of someone you love. Maybe it's the voice of success saying, "You did it." Maybe it's the silence of peace after the storm has ended. Hold that sound. Let it ring through your being like a note that never fades. Then, 1 gesture, 1 simple act seals the scene. You sign the contract. You place the finished book on the table. You embrace the one you prayed for. This is your mental movie. Keep it short. Keep it pure. Because the subconscious is impressionable, not argumentative. It does not interpret symbols or words. It responds to the feeling of the end. So when the inner critic rises, when doubt murmurs, "Who are you to want this?" answer it not with resistance, but with rest. See a candle flame before you, steady, golden, unwavering. Place your doubt upon that flame and watch it vanish into light. And whisper again, "Easy does it." Your subconscious does not decorate your dreams with fear, unless you hand it the brush. Your work is not to analyze, but to accept. The seed never worries how it will split the soil. It simply leans toward the sun. Now let us bring this truth into the living rooms of real life, where visualization turns ordinary hours into miracles. For health. Do not dwell on symptoms or shadows. Instead, visualize the law of harmony at work within your body. See yourself moving freely, rising with ease, smiling with the quiet joy of being whole. Add one simple scene of completion, a doctor's approving nod, a loved one saying, "You look radiant." Feel that statement settle into your soul as truth. For wealth. Shift your gaze from what is missing to the rhythm of enough. Visualize yourself calmly paying a bill, feeling gratitude instead of tension. Imagine your phone lighting up with unexpected income, not as surprise, but as confirmation. Affirm gently, "I always have more than enough for every right desire." Let this sentence fall into your subconscious like a golden coin sinking to the floor of a quiet lake, unseen but inevitable. For love. Do not rehearse loneliness, rehearse connection. Visualize warmth, laughter, respect. It could be as simple as 2 coffee cups on a Saturday morning, steam rising in the same light. Hear the line, "I feel safe with you," and let your heart respond, "And I with you." The subconscious doesn't need faces, it needs feelings. For creativity. Do not visualize struggle, visualize flow. See yourself writing, painting, speaking, performing with ease. The pen moves, the brush glides, the words arrive. You press send or publish, and peace replaces doubt. This is how ideas are born, not through effort, but through acceptance. Now remember, visualization is not repetition, it is revelation. Each time you enter the scene, it should feel like meeting an old friend, not performing a task. Faith is not straining to believe, faith is relaxing into what already is. And as you practice, you'll find that the outer world begins to shift in quiet agreement. The right words come, the right people appear, the invisible hand moves the visible pieces. But here's the key. Do not look for evidence. Do not dig up the seed to see if it's growing. Life listens best when you trust it. Expect good quietly, and it will come with thunder. Now pause. Breathe. Feel what it's like to already be the person your desire requires. That feeling is the proof. That feeling is the bridge. You are not pretending, you are preparing. There will be moments when your mind resists. It will whisper, "Nothing's happening." But look closer. The soil is stirring. Seeds do not shout as they grow. They break in silence. So live today as though your scene were true. Walk, speak, and decide from the end, not the beginning. And when life presents you with choices, ask yourself, which of these belongs in my fulfilled picture? Choose accordingly. Every action aligned with your image becomes prayer in motion. And now, before we step into the final act, I have a question for you. In the comments below, write one line that begins with, "It is done." It can be simple. "It is done. I live by the lake." "It is done. I am at peace." "It is done. I am free." Because every word you declare in writing is one more seed the universe recognizes. In the final part, we will close the circle with a single ritual Joseph Murphy called the signature of the soul, a final act that seals your image into the subconscious and makes its fulfillment inevitable. Night arrives like a soft curtain drawn across the stage of the world. the noise fades, and you can finally hear the quieter instruments of creation. This is the hour Joseph Murphy loved most, the borderland between waking and sleep, where thought is half dream and half decree. Here the mind no longer argues, it simply absorbs. This is where the visualization Joseph Murphy law of attraction becomes not theory, but ceremony. Lie back. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your abdomen. Breathe as though rocking a small boat on calm water. Now, let the image return. Your one mental movie. The scene you have been shaping across these nights. But soften it now. Let its edges blur until only the feeling remains. You are not watching it anymore, you are inside it. You have crossed the threshold. Hear again the sound that proves it is real. A voice, a door closing softly, the hush after completion. And now, whisper to yourself, not to demand, but to confirm. Thank you for what is already mine by law of mind. Gratitude is the seal. It presses the wax of faith onto the letter of desire. And as you drift towards sleep, imagine that letter carried away by a warm current into the infinite. You do not need to chase it. It will find its destination without your supervision, because the subconscious never sleeps. While your body rests, the deeper part of you begins the work, arranging, aligning, attracting. When morning comes, you may feel the faint shimmer of change, a new calm where worry once lived, a quiet confidence walking beside you like an old friend. Do not rush to interpret it. Do not say, "Is this it?" Just live as though the world has already received your order, because it has. Soon, synchronicities begin to appear, small, delicate, almost shy. A conversation overheard, a message that arrives at the perfect moment, an idea that seems to introduce itself rather than be thought. These are the echoes of your inner movie being projected outward. Reality is catching up to your imagination. When resistance comes, and it will, remember the phrase that carries you back to the center. Easy does it. Let life rearrange itself without panic. When something falls away, bless it. It is simply making room for the form that matches your new vibration. Murphy said, "You are not here to wrestle with circumstances, but to rest in the law." And the law is precise. Whatever the subconscious accepts as true must appear in form. So the question is no longer, will it happen, but can I continue to feel it as real until it does? The answer always is yes, because your imagination is the bridge and faith is the traveler. Think of the woman by the lake once more. Her story did not end when she finished her book. That was only the beginning. Every new desire was born from the peace of the last one fulfilled. Creation, you see, is not a single miracle. It is a rhythm. When you understand this rhythm, you live in flow. You no longer chase blessings, you become one. Now, here is the closing ritual, the signature of the soul. Tonight, before sleep, repeat your chosen scene once more. But this time, when it ends, add a small gesture, a nod, a smile, a whisper of gratitude. That gesture is the signature. It tells your subconscious, this chapter is complete. Then, let it go. Do not replay it endlessly. Do not inspect it. Trust the ink to dry. For in truth, visualization is not commanding the universe. It is listening to it. It is hearing what life is already trying to become through you. When the feeling of rightness arrives, that quiet golden click inside your chest, Stop there. That is creation's heartbeat saying, I am. If turbulence arises, if doubt, fear, or delay appear, do not interpret them as punishment. They are only furniture being moved to fit the new room you've requested. Stand still. Return to your image. Feel it once more, but softer now, as remembrance, not request. Soon the outer room will match the inner arrangement. And now, as this narration nears its close, hear the final revelation. You were never chasing your desire. It was shaping itself through you. Your imagination was the blueprint, your faith the builder. You are both dreamer and dreamed. This is the quiet majesty of visualization. Joseph Murphy, Law of Attraction, the discovery that what you seek is already seeking you. So tonight, let your image rest in the hands of the infinite, and in the morning, walk as one who remembers, not one who hopes. Let your steps be slow, your gaze serene, your spirit certain, and whenever you feel lost, return to the rhythm that began it all. Easy does it. Now, if this journey has touched something deep within you, if you wish to walk further into the law with others who understand this quiet power, you can become a channel member. Your support allows these messages to reach the souls who are ready to awaken their own divine imagination. For now, close your eyes. See the scene. Feel the finish. Whisper, thank you. Then sleep as one who knows the seed is safe, because it is and always was.